One, we are live. What's up, everyone? This is Stefan from ProjectLifeMastery.com, and welcome to my July 2017 monthly goals report. Right now, I am live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Periscope. So I want to welcome you guys to the live stream. It's always an honor to be able to communicate with you guys live and be able to share my life. And it's always great for you guys to be open to listening and following a lot of the journey that I've been on. But also I want to make sure that I can add some value to you guys today, hopefully inspire you by sharing my goals and the progress, hopefully remind you guys to check in on yourself on a regular basis, make sure that you're making progress towards your goals, and then also stick around a little bit to answer any questions that you guys have and see if there's any way that I could be of service to you guys a little bit. And by the way, I'm in my city right now. Is probably hear the siren that's going by. There's people that are working on my roof because there's a leak in my apartment because I've got 2 or 3 palm trees on the roof, and it has this self-watering system where it automatically waters the plants and everything automatically, and there was a leak. They had to excavate it. They had to pull out the palm trees, fix the leak, and that's why they're working on the roof. So you might hear some weird noises and machinery and stuff. But that's just part of being live. So I've got my laptop here. I'm able to see who's joining in today. So I'll give you guys a quick shout out. Leave a message in the comments with your name and where you're from. But I see here on YouTube, welcome everyone. We have got Damiano from Italy. We've got Nora. We've got someone here from India. We got Sandra from Poland. We have got Weight Lose Fast from Paris, France. We got Simon here. We have got Madison here from Oregon. We have got Aryan from India. Shah from South Africa. Wow, people from all over the world. Always blows my mind, people from all over the world, to be able to communicate with. So really cool. We got Gareth from London, UK. We've got Cameron from California Valley. We've got Can from Turkey. We've got Wayne from Oregon. We've got Rania from United Arab Emirates. We got Adele from Lincoln, the UK. We've got Jamaica here. We've got Rhode Island, Michigan, India, all Pittsburgh, Barbados. Wow, Ghana, New Jersey, New Orleans, Ohio, Lebanon. Very cool, guys. Well, I'm here in Vancouver, Canada. Beautiful day right now. It's a little bit foggy because there's some forest fires that have been happening in British Columbia right now. But either way, beautiful day. Thank you guys for joining in. I'm not gonna forget those that are on Facebook and Instagram too. So I want to make sure I engage with you guys. We got Crystal from Arizona. Good to see you again, Crystal. Antarctica, Coquitlam, BC. Someone says you're touching every part of the world, brother. That's very cool. And here on Instagram, we got someone from Calgary. We got Lithuania. We've got San Francisco. We got New York. We got London. We got Dusseldorf. Someone says anyone else from Vancouver? There's a few people from Vancouver. We got Sam from New Jersey here. We got Amsterdam. We got Oregon. We got Dublin, Ireland, Victoria, BC, New Mexico, Latvia, Germany. Wow, guys. Oh, we've got another Vancouver right here, Ireland. Awesome, guys. Well, welcome. So the way that these monthly goals report work is I'm going to read my goals that I committed to myself at the beginning of the year. I'm going to go through each one of them one by one, give you guys an update on them, where I'm at, most of which I've already achieved, some of which I've achieved just recently for the month of July, some that I'm still working on that I've got yet to achieve. And then I'm also going to share with you guys some of the challenges that I've been going through and be a little bit vulnerable with you guys, a little bit transparent about that too, because don't think that I don't go through challenges. I think we all go through challenges, and I think it's a good thing because the more that you grow, the more challenges that arise. So for example, for me, you might be looking to see all this growth that I'm having, but every time you grow, every time you solve new problems in your life, there's new problems that arise. There's new challenges that come up. And, I'm doing really well in my business. I'm doing well in a lot of areas of my life. But with that, what I've found is that I've been growing my business, but there's been a few things that have been neglected, or the foundation that I have with my team and some of the things that we're doing isn't as good as it could be. And I'm coming to the realization now that I need to actually slow down in some parts of my business and my life, because I got to make sure that the foundation's solid. If you don't have that foundation, guys, then it's like building a house. If you don't have a good foundation, then what's going to happen when disaster strikes? What's going to happen? I live in this apartment building. It's because of the foundation that allows this building to be strong and sustain itself. That if there's an earthquake, or if there's something that, a natural disaster or whatnot, it's not going to just crumble like a house of cards. So foundation is key. And if you don't have that to support the growth, then you're going to encounter a lot of problems and challenges. And so that's kind of a challenge that I'm dealing with right now, is I need to go back and I got to reinforce my foundation. And I'll share with you guys a little bit more about that later on in this video. And then also, as you grow, guys, your mindset, your thinking has to change. Because the level of thinking that's gotten you to where you're at right now is not the level of thinking that's going to get you to where you want to go. You got to change your mindset in some ways. And sometimes that can be tough because you get very attached to a certain level of thinking, because that level of thinking has gotten you to exactly where you're at. I'm big into mastery, right? I got this shirt here, guys. I'm not sure for those that are on Instagram and Periscope, this looks backwards because this is a selfie. It's like a flipped, so it mirrors things, it flips things. Those that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, you can read this. It says, repetition is the mother of mastery. And I believe that, guys. Repetition, doing things again and again and again, that's what you need to master something. Whether it's a professional athlete, someone who's a master of what they do, it's through repetition. Right? Doing the same boring, repetitive things again and again and again and again and again. If you guys saw my life and my days, you'd be really bored. And maybe it really look really cool initially, right? To see behind the scenes, how I live my life, what I do every day. But after the second day, it'd be boring for you, because it's just the same repetitive things day in, day out, that you do, that condition yourself, that eating the same foods or the same supplements, going to the gym, all these things, little things that are what translate to success, right? And you always get rewarded in public for what you practice in private. So one mastery mentality that I believe in is that you got to commit to things, right? You've got to commit to something, you got to go all in, and you've got to make sure that you follow through on what you say. And I always try to do that to the best of my ability. That's why I share these goals. Every year I commit myself, this is what I'm going to accomplish. You guys hold me accountable because I'm publicly sharing it. I've got more leverage on myself. I can't back out from that commitment. However, and by the way, that thinking is great. That thinking, I think all of us need to exercise more in our lives. And by the way, I don't do everything that I say. I do the best that I can. I probably achieve maybe 80% of my goals that I set out, but I'm not perfect, and nobody is. But that level of thinking is great, especially if you struggle with the dabbler mentality, if you have a hard time following through and committing to things. And you have to kind of adopt that mindset. But at a certain point, I'm kind of realizing that mindset can have some limitations, because at certain times, you might have to be flexible. You might have to be strategic. You might have to change course. And you might have to break a commitment in order to course correct or make different decisions at different times to achieve your ultimate vision. And if you're always kind of caught up in that mindset, then it can limit you from that. And that mindset is kind of like the cure-all for the dabbler mindset. But for me, at this point in my life, I don't really have a problem on achieving things. I don't have challenges now achieving goals. I've achieved many goals in my life in different areas of my life, from fitness competitions to success financially to relationships. So I've proven to myself that I can do that. And I think, there's another level of mastery, another mindset where almost like you have to be willing to release yourself from the mindset of like, I got to do everything that I say and commit to having a bit of flexibility. And that flexibility, though, can actually be a destructive mindset to someone that is a dabbler, because as a dabbler, if you have that, I got to change my mind, then if you have a hard time doing things, you're just going to jump from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and you're not going to get anything done, right? You're not going to achieve any of your goals. And I know a lot of people struggle with that. So this is kind of the level of thinking that I'm kind of shifting in my life now. I'm like kind of getting to a point where I have certain goals that I've committed to, but I feel like I still got to do it, not necessarily because I want to do it, but also part of it because I'm accountable. I've committed to it, and I got to do what I said that I was going to do because I want to be someone of high integrity. I try to honor that in my life and, do the best that I can with that. But there are times where you have to be adaptable. And so that's kind of, I'm not sure if this makes sense for you guys, but that's kind of one thing that I've been shifting my mindset around, is that it's okay to be flexible and adaptable, to change your commitments at times. It might be necessary, especially because if you're setting goals out for a year in advance, so much can change in a year. So many things can change and adapt and whatnot. So flexibility is a good thing, but you got to be careful with it. Okay, you have to make sure that you're not dabbling with it too much. That you still have the habit of doing what you say, finishing what you start, but still having that flexibility at a later point. So I'll talk more about those a little bit later. Let's dive into my goals, guys, and I'll jump in and share it. So I'm going to go a little bit MIA with the chat. I'm not going to read your comments for a bit, but what I'll do is once I'm done, I'll answer some of your guys' questions and engage with you guys a little bit more there too. Okay, so these are goals that I set at the beginning of the year. Usually I always have a blog post that goes along with this. Okay, so that will be on projectlifemastery.com pretty soon. So that way, if you guys want to look back, see the goals that I have, the details of it, some of the things that I've done, I try to link to things and whatnot for you guys and try to reference it there for you. First goal is my financial goal. Okay, and this one is that I'll easily make $2 million in revenue while impacting thousands of people's lives by December 31st, 2017. And yes, last month, the month of June was my biggest month that I've ever had in my life, my business, which was $671,000, right? Just insane amount of money, which is really cool. That was just a huge quantum leap towards my goal. The month of July was also a big month, not nearly as big as that month was, but it was $232,076.05 approximately. So great month financially. So far, total for the year has been $1,630,796.14 approximately. So that's great. I'm stoked about that. Definitely on pace to achieve this goal. Definitely will, I think, over exceed this $2 million point in my business, which I'm really excited about. One thing I'm super excited about, again, is the income that I make, the passive income from my dividends. So from my stock investment portfolio, I like to track that number, especially because for me, that's my favorite form of passive income, is that when you have investments that pay you a passive income, and I like stocks, especially the blue chip or bank stocks, ones that are fairly secure, that consistently pay me a monthly or a quarterly dividend. Because for me, that's just pure passive. I don't have to manage that. I don't have to do anything for it. And so for the month of July, that was $8,591.14, which actually isn't the highest. I'm actually see here my April dividends was almost $9,000, which is really cool. So, and that's off of I'll share that it's part of the next goal, but okay, so that's goal number one. And if you guys want to learn more about the different ways I make money online, I have a free course where I go in depth to 7 different ways that I make money online in my business. You can access that by going to projectlifemastery.com/free course. Okay, projectlifemastery.com/free course. That is a free training that I put together that's pretty in depth, going into each of the online business models that I utilize to make income from. Although now there's more ways that I make income, such as YouTube, my investments and whatnot too, but it gives you a good idea if you want to get started building an online business. Okay, goal number 2 is I'll easily have a $2.5 million stock investment portfolio by December 31st. And I've achieved that goal, but I do have a significant amount of money that's in cash right now in my investment portfolio that I haven't traded yet. But the total for July was $2,794,000.21. So I've exceeded that. I've got over $2 million that's actually invested that contributes to the dividend yields that I get every month and every quarter. But right now I'm sitting on probably I think $700,000 in that I'm just waiting to invest. But right now the market is pretty strong, it's pretty good. So it's not a good time to invest. I've been saying this month after month, because I've been sitting on this for a while now. Most of this year, I've been waiting for a correction. Oftentimes there's a correction that happens every year, but there hasn't been one this year. The last one was January of last year. And often a correction is when the market dips by about 10%. So I've been waiting on a correction, a good opportunity to invest. I have been making some investments here and there, $1,000 here and there, $2,000 here and there, but for the most part, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm waiting for a good opportunity to come with the stock market as well as the real estate market in Vancouver, which has also been super hot, and it's a horrible time to buy right now for that too. But it's really, I've learned you have to exercise your patience. Investing is one of those goals that you can't force it. You can't say, hey, I'm going to invest and buy stocks or property by this date, because you have to make sure that you do the best that you can to buy at the appropriate time. You've got to buy at the best time that it makes sense to. You don't want to buy when the market's hot, and especially if it's going to correct or dip. You want to be patient, sit on that, and there will always be opportunities. And when those opportunities come, that's when you can take advantage of it. If I had another opportunity like 2008, that happened with the stock market crash and the recession that happened. I didn't have much money at that time in my life. I didn't really know much about investing, but if I had another opportunity like that, my whole portfolio would probably diminish itself. I'd probably have, probably like $100,000 in my investment portfolio. It would go away pretty fast, but I would use that as a great opportunity to buy. I'd buy a lot of stock, I'd buy a lot of real estate, because I know and trust that it is going to come back, and it's going to come back stronger within a few years. So it's that mindset, the long-term mentality. You can't get caught up in the short term. You got to focus on the long term. The long term is where it's at. That's when you're going to really see those quantum leaps in your life, and especially financially. But with that being said, I think also I do like dollar cost averaging too, which is that every month I make some investments. So when the market's up and down, it kind of evens itself out in a way. But with the investments, the dividends that I have, the great thing is they're on drips. A drip is called a dividend reinvestment plan. And so the yields that I get, it's not like I take that out and pay myself that. It just goes into buying more stock. So it has that compounding effect. So it's just buying more and more and more and more. And that's why it just contributes and scales up even further. Okay, move on to business goals. I'll easily host a Life Mastery Transformation Seminar. Love the process. Help transform lives by January 30th. That was completed. If you guys are interested in events that I'm putting on, go to projectlifemastery.com/events. And that way I can notify you guys of that. I'll easily launch the Life Mastery Accelerator program. Love the process and help people accelerate every aspect of their lives on a monthly basis. That's been completed. We launched that a few months ago. It's been going great. We've got a lot of awesome committed people that have been a part of that. We just did a live stream yesterday, and so I think the recording for that will be up for the members of the Life Mastery Accelerator, I think probably some point today. And so with that program, we go into each area of life. We go deep into it. There are live training sessions and also a lot of mentoring that I do with that. But yesterday, we just did on your career, your business, and your mission. So we're going through the Life Mastery Blueprint. We've done your health, we've done your mindset, we've done emotions, and we've done relationships. And now we've done your career, your business, and your mission, because your mission is ultimately what you want. You've got to have that mission. Yesterday was on how to find and live your mission in your life. And I developed a 5-step process for someone to be able to do that. So if you're not a member of Life Mastery Accelerator, would love to have you. That's where we go a lot deeper. It's got some of my best content. And we also do the weekly evaluation rituals. So every week we check in on different areas of our life. There's a lot of great content and recordings in there already for you guys. But check it out. Love to have you guys on board with that. Okay, I'll easily launch the Online Business Mastery Accelerator program. Love the process and help people accelerate their online business success on a monthly basis. So we've also launched that this year. That is similar to the Life Mastery Accelerator, but for online business. And every month, again, we go deep into a certain area of your business to really grow it and improve it. We did one yesterday. Yesterday was the live stream. The recording should be up today or tomorrow. That one was on how to outsource and automate your online business. So I shared a ton of awesome content on building a virtual team. And that's one of the great things I love about an online business. My whole team is virtual, so I don't have any physical office or anything like that. We all work virtually. I've got people, my managers in Philadelphia, Vancouver, Bali, Philippines, all over, and we all work virtually. And I shared a lot of my process for when to outsource in your business, which should be as soon as possible, why to outsource, the mindset behind it, what to outsource first in your business. We went into how to outsource and how to use software to leverage yourself to, how to use technology for that purpose, how to build a culture in your team so that they love working for you and they're going to work well for you as well. So that was really, really good. And if you guys want to check that out, then go to onlinebusinessmasteryaccelerator.com. Next, I'll easily launch the Life Mastery Transformation video training program. Love the process, help people transform every aspect of their life. So I've committed myself to filming that program in September. So next month in September, I'm going deep with that. I think I have one weekend trip that month, but for the most part, I'm immersing myself into completing that program for the month of September, at least the filming of it, so that we can release it hopefully soon after that. But I had to put it a date because a project like that is so big that you can't have any distractions when you're doing it. I can't be focused on other things. I got to be fully immersed in that because it's going to be a pretty big and pretty intense program to help people with every part of their life. So I had to schedule that. I didn't want a lot of traveling going on because I've been traveling a lot lately. So I really want to make sure that I was focused. I could be focused on it. Excuse me. By the way, I was just in Vegas last weekend. Some of you guys, I had a chance to meet a lot of you. Well, not a lot of you, but some of you. So I was at the Amazing Seller Summit, and I was speaking in front of 1,500 people, and it was awesome. It was a blast. Had a lot of fun, met a lot of awesome people, a lot of people that follow my videos and my content. So if you're watching this right now and I had a chance to meet you, it was a pleasure, it was an honor, or if you had a chance to see me speak live, thank you for your support, and I look forward to putting on some more events in the future, or speaking at more events. Okay, I'll easily publish 200 plus videos on Project Life Mastery YouTube channel. So for the month of, let me pop over here. Okay, let me try to find that. I had it right here. And for some reason, I thought my goal was 250,000, but I guess it's 200,000. I think maybe last year, 250,000 videos. Okay, so for the month of July, we published 13 videos. So we published 115 total. So I'm doing okay there. It's actually a bit less than I've done in the past. I think in the past, I've done 20-something videos in a month. So it hasn't been as much, but I've been happier with some of the quality of the videos I've been putting out. And I've been trying to focus on some other aspects of the business too. And that kind of goes back to the foundation. I like to always be growing, putting out more and more and more. But again, I've got to take care of the foundation in my business as well as your life in order to be able to do more, because the foundation is what's going to be there to support that growth. So overall, pretty happy with that. I think I'll achieve that goal. I'll easily publish 200 blog posts. I published 18 for the month of July, 140 total, so definitely on pace to achieve that. Those are all blog posts that are at projectlifemastery.com. And we've also got a lot of podcast episodes too for a lot of the YouTube videos. So if you guys want to check out the podcast, then search for Project Life Mastery on iTunes or on Stitcher, and you guys can check out and listen to a lot of the content if you're not always one to watch videos. I'll easily have at least 250,000 YouTube subscribers. We've achieved that. We just hit over 300,000 subscribers, which I'm really excited for. I've yet to do a video. I'm actually going to be doing a video pretty soon to do a giveaway. So oftentimes, every time we hit an extra 100,000, I do a giveaway. And we did that at 200,000, where I gave away a lot of the Mastery Apparel t-shirts and whatnot. So for those that are subscribers of my YouTube channel, I want to say thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for even watching my videos and being someone that I can share my message to and hopefully inspire and add value to. But I'll be doing a giveaway pretty soon. So if you guys are subscribed, then you'll be notified of that. And for those of you that aren't yet subscribed, I recommend that you do, so that you can make sure that you get notified of some of the giveaways, because the giveaways are just going to be for those that are subscribers of my YouTube channel. Okay, so I'll easily have at least 1 million views per month on Project Life Mastery YouTube channel, and we've now achieved that. That's been pretty consistent now for, I think, since April. So for the month of July is 1.2 million views. I think the month before that was 1.3 million. So pretty happy about that. It's definitely grown a lot. To be able to reach that many people is amazing to me. I just put out a video, I'm not sure if you guys saw that, on how I make $9,000 a month on YouTube. So that is a video that I did. I'm pretty transparent, just showing how someone like myself makes money just from the ads on YouTube. In my opinion, not even really utilizing the ads that much, because I just have like the default settings for ads on my YouTube channel, and I don't focus on it too much, but it's still pretty cool to see the money that I make from that. And actually, I was just checking, now it's up, I just saw it's up to $10,000 in the last 28 days, which is pretty cool. So it's been growing, but to be honest with you guys, the money that I make from the YouTube channel, you know, it just primarily goes into supporting the YouTube channel, because many of you guys might not know, but I've got 2 video editors on my team, and I've got a videographer. So, you know, that costs money. Every video that I put out costs money to be able to do. We share the videos, promote it, and whatnot. So I've got people on my team that do that. Even, for example, promoting them on Instagram and Instagram stories. And then I'm also buying a new camera, which I'm actually going to be buying today, and that's about $20,000. So I'm trying to upgrade my equipment. I've got a lot of different gear and equipment that you guys can probably see here, but you know, most of that money just goes into supporting that, improving that. You know, even for example, we transcribe a lot of the videos that cost money to do, and just, you know, doing everything we do to manage the YouTube channel. It's you know, a group effort. So it's not just me. I've got a team of people that do that to be able to make all the videos possible for you guys. So it's great to make that money, but I just, you know, for me, that's just money that's just going back into creating more and more content, better quality stuff for you guys. And then I primarily make my money from promoting my courses, my training programs, affiliate marketing, my publishing business, my physical products business, my coaching, my events, things of that nature that I can use my YouTube channel to be able to build influence for. And by the way, I'm going to be doing a Q&A, a follow-up Q&A pretty soon. I'm thinking I might do it on Friday tomorrow, but I might do it on the weekend, or I might even do it on Monday. I'm not sure yet. But it'll be me answering the questions that you guys have just about YouTube. Okay, and I'm actually thinking I should probably, if there's enough demand for it, I might actually consider creating a course on YouTube too, because I feel like I'm doing all this for free. Like I don't have a course to sell or anything like that, but I'm thinking I probably should create something if there's a demand for it. People want to know how to grow and build a YouTube channel. So let me know if you guys would be interested in something like that. I could maybe try to put something together and not charge too much money for it. Maybe charge $50 or $100 for a pretty in-depth step-by-step training program. Okay. I'll easily have at least 150,000 unique visitors per month to projectlifemaster.com at 127,000 for the month of July. So still not there yet. That's just been super slow, man. Like SEO is pretty slow, but one of my goals here is we're doing the site redesign right now. So I'm excited to see how that's going to change things and change how our content ranks on Google and the search engines. Okay, I'll easily host a high-level online business mastery mastermind event in Vancouver. I did that for the month of July, so that was a new goal that I just accomplished. We had 9 people that came in from all over the U.S., all over Canada, and we spent 2 days masterminding. Some of you guys saw some of the live videos that I put out, or some of my stuff on my Instagram for that. So that was awesome. That was a lot of fun. I usually do those masterminds about once a year, so I'll probably be planning for another one next year. And again, if you guys are on my events list at projectlifemastery.com/events, then that's how you can get notified of those. I'll easily relaunch Affiliate Marketing Mastery and help hundreds of new people build their own successful online business. So I've actually been really excited about this because we've actually been doing a few things to really improve it and make it freaking awesome. So Affiliate Marketing Mastery is already an awesome, awesome training program. We've improved a lot of it since we launched it last year. It's got a lot of awesome content in it, but what I'm doing right now and what my team and I are doing is we're creating a lot of done-for-you bonuses that we're going to be providing for it when we make it available again. And so some of the bonuses that we're creating, and by the way, if you're already a member of Affiliate Marketing Mastery, then you're going to get these bonuses too, because I always like to take care of my customers and give you guys more and more and more beyond what you pay for. But the bonus that we're doing, a few bonuses is, I don't know if I should actually share all of them or not, but we're providing, I'll just say this, we're providing a lot of done-for-you stuff, okay? So done for you. We're even trying to right now create a bonus where we'll even set up the website for you, okay? We'll actually set it up so like you already have a website by the time, like pretty soon after, the day after you join. So that's something that we're working on creating, which is I'm pretty excited for, to be able to provide that for people, because that just saves them a step. You know, I want to make it as easy as possible for people to get to A to Z. And if I can save you a little bit of work and save you a little bit of time and just kind of give you a website kind of set up once you know what your domain name is going to be, and just kind of set that up for you and have someone on my team do that, or someone that we're working with, then that, I think, will just make it easier for people, because people always have a hard time just getting started with things and those initial phases. And the more that I can get you momentum and help you out with that process, then it's going to make a big difference. But we're also doing some done for you, like a lot of research that will be done for you, so that, you know, we'll kind of identify the biggest niches out there and provide for you a lot of done for you research that will save you time. We're putting together a lot of some of the best affiliate programs and products to promote as an affiliate, so you don't have to go out there and research them for some of the biggest niches out there. So a lot of cool stuff that we're doing, and we got a lot more that we're doing too that we're working on. So, but Affiliate Marketing Mastery. What we're thinking of doing is we've been making a few exceptions to some of my clients and people that I work with, that I coach, to be able to join that program. But I get so many people that ask, when is it going to be open? When is it going to be available? Even on the live stream yesterday, people were asking about that too. So what I'm thinking of doing is we might, all these bonuses aren't ready yet, but we might let people in early for it before we do a bigger relaunch of it. So if you guys are on the wait list for that, then we'll send out maybe an email, open it up for maybe 48 hours or so. It won't be with any of the live training, because I'm not doing much live training anymore. The only live training that I do are my Life Master Accelerator and my Online Business Master Accelerator. Those are the only ones where I do my live training, my live mentoring. But for this, it's got a lot of awesome content, and then you guys can still get the bonuses later and whatnot. But I know a lot of people have been waiting for it to be open again, so we might just open it up for a limited time, let people join in, close it up. We're going to be working on the bonuses, and then we'll do a bigger relaunch in the future. Okay, let's move on. I'll easily launch the Project Life Mastery merchandise. We did that. That's Mastery Apparel. A lot of the shirts at masteryapparel.com. I'll easily improve and redesign projectlifemastery.com website. We are in the process of hiring someone right now, so we've got a number of options. For that, we've got, I drew out exactly what I want the website to look like. So I'm making it as easy as possible for a web designer to be able to do it. But a lot of things I've learned that I'm really excited for this, because I think the new website is going to be awesome. And my website, you know, now has been great, but there's been a number of flaws in it that I've seen and observed from it. And I'm actually planning, once I do the redesign, I'm going to be doing a training for my members of Affiliate Marketing Mastery and Online Business Master Accelerator to share all the things that I've learned and share all the details of the changes and why we did this and that, to help you guys to be able to build your website as well. Because I've done a lot of SEO audits now. We paid this one guy over $5,000 just to do an audit of our website, just for the search engine optimization of it. So we've learned a lot from that standpoint of what the search engines are ranking, and that I believe that once we make these changes, it will make a huge difference to our website. And not just that, but even just the conversions of it, conversions of leads and sales, and a lot of things that we're going to be doing with it. I'll easily create some new awesome features for K Optimizer, so we did that as well. Okay, let's move on to health and fitness. I'll easily complete a 15-day juice fast, cleanse my body, and create unstoppable energy. That's not planned yet. And this is one of the goals that I might change. I might change this goal. I've always done a cleanse once a year for the last 3 or 4 years now. And you guys know that. I've shared my videos on that and whatnot. This one might change though, because as some of you guys know, I shared a video that I have mercury toxicity in my body. So I have high levels of mercury and high levels of lead. And I've been talking to my naturopath, and I've also been doing a lot of research on this. And I've been doing a different type of cleanse right now that is more of a mercury detox. And I'm trying to do as natural as possible by using certain supplements like chlorella and garlic and apple cider vinegar. And there's just certain things that you can do that I've been learning that can help kind of pull the metals from your tissues, bind them, and then eliminate it through the intestinal tract, or even through saunas. I've been doing a lot more of, because there's a sauna in my building, so I've been going in a sauna, sweat more, eliminate the metals and toxins that way too. So this is one of the goals I might change. I'm not sure yet. We'll maybe see how the year goes. So I might change it. I'm not sure yet. I might still do it. I'm not sure. So I might, because more priority for me is the metals. So I got to eliminate that from my body first. Okay, I'll easily complete Tough Mudder and Whistler with my girlfriend Tatiana. We did that in the month of June. Great, second time doing it. Tough Mudder is like this hardcore obstacle course that you do that requires you to go through mud and jump off things and go through water, and it's pretty intense, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, I'll easily complete the Spartan race in Vancouver. I did not achieve that. I did not do that goal. I explained why last month. I'll easily complete the Scotiabank Half Marathon. I did not achieve that too. I ended up canceling it because there's a seminar that I had a conflict with that date. I'll easily do yoga once a week, increasing my flexibility, relieving tension. That has been not consistent to once a week. It's been, I'll be honest with you guys, it's kind of been, once in a while sort of thing. It's one of those things that I've been doing it, but I haven't been tracking it. I think I might have done it twice in the last month, maybe. But that is something that I need to get on top of. And I've been kind of struggling with the goals, especially planning a year in advance, that require every week or every day sort of thing, because I found it challenging to maintain it. I think I might change some of the goals when I try to integrate habits in my life to be more around 30 days, like immerse myself a 30-day challenge for it rather than for the whole year, because I've been finding there's been a few challenges I've also been facing with my lifestyle changing a lot. A lot of travel that I've been doing, just going to Australia, and some of these things I find that I can get into new habits and routines, but oftentimes I'll get off track, and then you got to get back into it again. I'm sure you guys could probably relate to that too. So that is something that I need to reassess, and it might be a goal that I change. And kind of how I was talking about earlier, the level of thinking that's gotten you to where you're at might have to change. It might have to be a different level of thinking to get you to where you want to go, and being okay with being adaptable and flexible, because this goal is something I've committed to. And I feel like because I've committed to it, I've got to do it. But I'm kind of learning now that I can change it. Maybe I'm going to change this goal. Maybe I only want to do yoga once a month, or once in a while. Maybe it's not important for me to do it every single week, because for me it just hasn't been a must. It hasn't been important enough for me to really commit to and stick with. And so that is a goal that I might change. I might change it after we do this live stream. The next goal is that I'll easily use my PEMF mat at least once per day, 5 times a week, with the exception of travel. That has been fairly consistent. It hasn't been every day, but it's been 4 times a week for the most part, doing my meditation in the morning, so I've been happy about that. Again, I might change that as well in the future around these goals to just 30-day challenge goals for habits, because I like that more of a way of integrating new habits in my life. And I think at times you don't necessarily have to do things every day. You don't have to be perfect. I don't really believe in 100% consistency, because no one is. No one's perfect. If you do, you still got to reward and acknowledge yourself for the progress that you make. Even just doing it once in a while. You don't have to go to the gym every day, but man, if you just get yourself to just go to the gym a few times, that's still a win. That's still a success. So don't feel bad for yourself for that. But I think long-term and sustainably, I need to think, okay, what is it? What do I really want for this? What do I really want it to look like? Does it matter to me to be doing it every single day or 5 days a week or once a week? Does it have to be 100% consistent, or can there still be weeks off and travel and taking breaks at times too? So I think that's one thing I'm kind of learning now when I set these goals, is to modify it a little bit in that way, give myself more flexibility. I'll easily hire a personal trainer. That's still been in progress. Haven't really decided on one yet, or might change that goal too. I'll easily do my DEXA scan every 3 months to track my muscle mass, body fat, and bone density. So that's a bone density scan that I do a few times throughout the year. I've yet to schedule. I've done it twice so far, so I've got another one that I've yet to schedule. Last one was in April, so I'm due for another one. But actually, I didn't mean to schedule it, but the guy was out of town, so he was on vacation for a bit of the summertime. So I'm going to reschedule that when he's back. I'll easily get a massage twice per month. Did not do that. Okay, I did not get any massages. Need to get back on track with my massages. I always get tested at least once for my live blood analysis, allergy test, hormone test, metal test. So far this year, I've done my Wellness FX blood test that I share in a video. I've done my heavy metal toxicity test. I've done DEXA scans, bone density scan. I recently did a Dutch test, which is an advanced hormone test that I'm waiting to, I got to go back in with my naturopath to go over the results of that. And I also did an allergy test. I've yet to do a live blood analysis. I might do another Wellness FX blood test too. So we'll see about that. Okay, mind, emotion, and spiritual goals. I'll complete a 100-day challenge. I achieved that. I'll complete a 30-day morning ritual challenge. I've achieved that. I've completed a 30-day complaint-free challenge. I've not scheduled that one yet to schedule it. I'll complete a 10-day silent meditation retreat in Vipassana. That is scheduled for November, December. I'll easily attend a 3-day Tantra workshop, achieve that. I'll attend Date with Destiny and Leadership, achieve that. Attend the National Achievers Congress, achieve that already. And again, I'm going through these pretty fast. I already list these on my blog at projectlifemastery.com for my monthly goals reports. I'll easily read at least 20 books to enhance my knowledge, mindset, and skills. I've read 8 books so far. So I just finished reading the book called Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Great book. Highly recommend it. And right now I'm reading the book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And that's a great book too. It just kind of teaches you that it's the little things in life, all the little habits that you do that add up to the big successes. So I'm enjoying that book right now too. But I've been reading a lot more, which has been great, but I'm still a little bit behind on this goal. All right. I'll easily host, this fun travel, social relationships. I'll host a fun activity once a month with friends. Been on track with that. I've had a few fun get-togethers with friends. We just watched the UFC fight last weekend with John Jones and Daniel Cormier. We did a barbecue also last month, which was a lot of fun. That ended up turning into a bit of a party. And then I've got some masterminds and little events that I do with some of my friends. And I'm also going to be putting on a little event and party for the Conor McGregor fight and Floyd Mayweather, which I'm looking forward to. So that'll be happening this month. I'll easily enjoy a fun family vacation. That is scheduled for September 15th. I'll easily travel to Australia, achieve that. I'll travel to Ethiopia. That's on track for October to volunteer. I'll travel to Jackson Hole, did that as well. Travel to California, spend at least a month living there. That's scheduled for November, December. I'll at least attend a Brotherhood Mastermind trip. Only done one this year. So my goal is to attend 2 of them. I'll only do one this year. Won't get a chance to do the second, but I've got one scheduled in January of next year. That one's going to be in Mexico. Should be a lot of fun. It's a mastermind I'm a part of where we do fun trips with entrepreneurs, different parts of the world. So we got one coming up in Mexico. There'll be like 60 of us, 60 entrepreneurs getting together, having fun, masterminding, networking. I'll easily go snowboarding at least 5 times. I've only done it twice. I can still maybe achieve that goal later in the year. I'll easily do at least 3 photo shoots. I've done 2 photo shoots, so I've got 1 more to go. Contribution goals is I'll easily host a monthly coaching session for the Project Life Mastery Teen Mentoring Program. So last month I mentioned that we changed this. We changed this to if you're 18 years old and younger, I give you free access to my Life Mastery Accelerator. So this is my way of mentoring teens, those that don't have the financial means that are 18 and younger to be able to invest in themselves, they don't have a credit card, to be able to be a big brother, I guess you could say, and be able to help them along in the journey, mentor them. That's something I wish I had when I was younger, especially when I was a teenager, because I didn't have a lot of mentors or anything like that in my life. I didn't have someone to ask questions to and whatnot. So if you're 18 years old and younger, go to projectlifemastery.com/teen mentoring. And then we've got a process that we can allow you, if you're 18 and younger, to join that. If you're over 18, then pay for stuff. Find ways to invest in yourself. When I was 18, I went to my first seminar that was $500. No excuses. Part of the self-growth and the journey is finding ways to create value and earn money and work hard so that you can invest in yourself and earn things and whatnot in your life. So I'm not a fan of just giving away free stuff to anyone. I think things should be paid for. If something has value to you, you'll value it a lot more too when you pay for it. But if you're receiving value, you should pay for it. You shouldn't just be just a freeloader, I guess you could say. You should be willing to invest in yourself, and I think that's a very important process that's gotten me to where I'm at today. So I'm a big fan of that. I'll easily fund at least 2 houses for families suffering from poverty. There has been progress made on that because right now we're setting up a campaign. I'm partnering with World Housing. I think it's worldhousing.org. So I'm partnering up with them right now and going to be making some big contributions and going to be sharing some content around that pretty soon. I'll easily fund a school to be built with Change Heroes, Imagine One Day, or another organization. So we're also partnering. I think World Housing is involved in that too. So we're working on a partnership with them right now because they're a nonprofit charity, and we're working with them to shift focus on some of my contribution goals. I'll easily volunteer in Ethiopia to build a school. So that's scheduled for October, where my girlfriend and I are going to fly to Ethiopia. We're going to volunteer and build a school and hopefully do a fun vlog at that point and share with you guys a bit of the journey. I'll easily cultivate the habit of giving more or giving to others that are homeless or truly in need at every opportunity I get. That has been, I wouldn't say that my standards have dropped a bit there, but it's still been happening. I've still been giving a lot. But I wouldn't say it's the ideal of where I want it to be. I need to work on that one a bit more. And I'll easily find some new organizations or charities that I can help contribute to, broadening my impact. That has been still somewhat limited in some ways. There's still a few that I've been supporting. Kiva has been a big one. I've been contributing more to Kiva, which is a great platform. Go to kiva.org, guys. It's great because you can loan money to people that are struggling or they need help. And then they repay back the money too, and you just reloan the money. So I've been really enjoying Kiva, but I haven't been looking for any new ones in the last month. All right, guys, well, that is the update. That is the colossal update of my goals to share with you guys. Thank you guys for watching and listening to that. Let me dive now to the chat. Dive into the chat and see what you guys have been saying. Any questions that you guys have that I can help you guys with. I see someone here on Instagram that says, how do you earn money? I earn money in a lot of different ways, online businesses, and you can learn more about that by going to projectlifemastery.com/free course, And I have 7 different ways there that I share that of how I make money online that can benefit you guys. Let's see. Cool. Someone says, love the t-shirts. Thank you. Jessica says, do you think Jungle Scout is a good app to invest? So Jungle Scout is a research software for Amazon sellers by my friend Greg Mercer, and I'd say absolutely. You know, I wouldn't be sharing these things if I didn't think they were good. You know, that people often ask, hey Stefan, or oftentimes people do this too, is that I'll promote something or share something. I only share things because they're freaking awesome, because they've helped me in my life, because they've made a benefit for me, and if I'm sharing it, then I believe that it will help you as well. I have total certainty of it. I don't share things that suck. I don't share things that aren't gonna help you in your life. Like when I invest in things and I buy them for myself, and I buy a lot of stuff, courses, trainings, I don't share them all. I share the ones that are good, that have helped me, that made a huge difference. When it's helped me in my life, I have a passion for it, and I wanna share that. I wanna provide that for you guys as well. So I wouldn't be sharing these things if I didn't think they were great, if I didn't use them as part of my life, part of my business. So people ask that because they need certainty. They're very certainty driven. They're worried about making a decision and it being the wrong decision, or should I do this or should I do that? You just gotta trust. You gotta have more certainty with these things and do it. And all the things I promote, for the most part, have money back guarantees and everything. They're legitimate companies that you can get a refund if you change your mind or whatnot too. So I wouldn't be sharing those things if they weren't great and they weren't beneficial. Someone says, hey, just curious, how bad was your mercury test results, the red zone? Yeah, it was very high is what it said. So I don't remember the exact number of it, but I did a YouTube video that shared the results of that. But it was very high. I don't suffer from any symptoms that I know of from it. And the challenge with it too, because I've been doing research, is I did I think it was an EMDTA chelation, which is a provoked test. So it's putting it through an IV and binding the metals, and you pee it out, and then you're testing your urine in that metals test. There's also a hair test that you can do, but oftentimes when you do a provoked test like that, your mercury levels are gonna be a lot higher than maybe what it will be. So that is one thing that I've kind of been researching and aware of, but I don't suffer from any serious symptoms of it for the most part. But oftentimes I think, sometimes you might not even be aware of symptoms that you might be suffering from in your life. Maybe you could be having so much more energy. I could be having so much more energy than I currently have now, which would be great, but you're not aware of it because you haven't maybe eliminated that from your body or made that change in your health. So I'm always looking to grow. If I can improve my health, if I can improve my well-being, if I can improve any part of my life, I'm all for that. I'll do what it takes to achieve that. Someone says, Florencia says, how can I work for you to earn money to start building my online business? Well, first of all, if you want to work for me to build your own online business, then there's just no chance of you working for me for that. Because if I'm gonna hire someone on my team, I want people that are committed to my business, Project Life Mastery, my vision, my mission. I want them to be fully committed to that. I don't want to be hiring someone that's just working for me so that they can learn or take or do it just as a way so that they can learn and then go off and start their own thing. That's not the kind of people that I hire and the people that I want to attract on my team. I want people that are committed to Project Life Mastery, my mission to serve the world, and that are a part of that as well. To hire someone and to train them costs a lot of money. Oftentimes you don't get a return on your employee for at least a year because they're going through mistakes. There's a huge training process of you investing in them, and I invest a lot into my team. We're doing retreats now, getting together where I buy trainings and courses for them so that they can go through and learn. But if you hire someone and they're gone after a year to start their own thing, then that's a huge loss for a business. I want people that want to work for me for 5 years, 10 years, for life to be a part of this team, not someone that's just gonna, hey, I want to work for this person for a year, learn from them, and then just I start my own business on the side. That's not the kind of people that I want to attract in my business. All right, so let me see which questions that you guys got. I am 16 years old and have written a book. What should I do? This is from Gleb. Well, first, Gleb, congrats on 16, writing a book. That's a huge accomplishment, my friend. Great job of having written a book. A lot of people can't say that. So the next step would just be to publish it. You can publish it on Amazon as a Kindle book. There's a Kindle, it's called Kindle Direct Publishing. You can go to kdp.amazon.com. And if you've got the PDF for it, you've got a cover for it, then you can easily publish that to Amazon and make it for sale there. The challenging part for you and for most people is not publishing it, but it's marketing it, getting sales and marketing your book. And that could, there's a lot that can be said about that, but I teach a lot of what I do and the process in my K-Money Mastery course. But for the most part, I just put it up, my friend. Put it up there, start sharing it with people that you know. You can also turn it into a paperback book by using CreateSpace, createspace.com. It's print on demand, which is great. This is also owned by Amazon because you don't have to order a bunch of books and have them in a warehouse somewhere. It's whenever someone orders it, they print it and they ship it off to that person. You could also turn it into an audiobook by using ACX. That's Amazon's platform for publishing audiobooks. And you can publish it on Audible and iTunes and whatnot. So great job. It's now time to get your message out there and share it with the world. Have you ever read Rules of the Game by Neil Strauss? And if you did a book like that, would be interesting. I have not read that book, but I know Neil Strauss. I met Neil Strauss, I'll share with you guys a story, when I was 18 years old. 18 years old. So many of you guys know when I was 17, I got really into changing my life. I got really into, it might have been 19 years old, but I got really into improving my dating life, my social skills. So I got really involved in that. I read the book, The Game, and I met Neil when I was 18 or 19 in Seattle. He was so nice. He was such a nice guy. I remember, at that time in my life, I was making some changes. I was shy, I was insecure, and lacking a lot of confidence. And I remember I sat down with him for dinner. And there's kind of a group of us, and I said to him, I was asking these questions. I don't remember what I was asking, but I was saying, hey, I just want to improve my social skills. I didn't even care to date or anything like that, but I just want to improve my confidence, my social skills. And he gave me some really good advice. And I remember I also had dinner with his ex-girlfriend at the time. I think her name was Lisa, and she was really nice too. But I've read the book, The Game. I've read the book, The Truth. I've read his book, Motley Crue book, the biography or the story of Motley Crue. I've read the Marilyn Manson one. I've also read the book of Jenna Jameson, and I like his writing. Neil Strauss is a really great writer. I really enjoy that. Jamie says, hey Stefan, can the lead poisoning be a result of living in the city, especially where there is construction? Jamie, it possibly could. I'm not really sure. Often you get lead from older paints, older painting. So older buildings might have paint that has lead in it. But also, I did a lot of physical labor when I was young, and I always, I think one contributor to this, well, one is you can get mercury and lead and whatnot. And by the way, just sorry to interrupt. So those that are on Instagram, you only have 30 seconds left because Instagram only allows a certain time for a live stream. So what I'm going to do on Instagram is I'm going to restart it. There's about 15 seconds left now. I'll restart it. Otherwise, you guys can go to YouTube, Project Life Master on YouTube, and be able to watch live there. But I'll restart the Instagram live in a minute or two. So anyways, you can get lead and mercury from your parents. Like if they have it in their body and you're born, and they have it, then they can transfer that lead and mercury to you. But also I did a lot of physical labor and construction when I was younger because I always worked in the family business. My dad and my family had acrylic bathtub company doing acrylic bathtubs and sinks. We did acrylic curved glass business, doing different glass for houses. And then they also did limestone fireplaces, a lot of construction work. And so for me as a kid, at a very young age, I would always have to go and spend my weekends, my summers, going to work with my family. What's going on here? going to work with my family and doing physical labor and cleaning up and being in an environment which wasn't really the healthiest environment, because I'd get exposed to a lot of chemicals and stuff. For example, like there'd always be like welding going on, and one way you can get lead, I believe, is from welding. So I'd be around that, and they would do what's it called? Anyways, there's just a lot of chemicals, fiberglass, the bathtubs, like all constantly exposed to a lot of chemicals at a young age. And for most of my years growing up throughout high school as well. So I was always in that environment, and I think that could also affect your health in a big way. So those are other things that I think about that could have affected, maybe with the lead or mercury or maybe other sort of chemicals and whatnot in my life. So someone here says, I see that you're busy. If you have time, wondering what you feel are the benefits of doing a live video. I think live has a lot of great benefits to it. I think people, when they're watching a video live, it becomes more real. They're more engaged with it, especially because it gives me the ability to see your comments and be able to respond, be able to respond to you. And I think it just kind of creates more of a connection with the people, the viewers and the people that are watching, because we can have a bit of back and forth. And then also live, for me, I enjoy it because it's just more fun. I record a lot of my videos just me in front of the camera, and just kind of talking to it. But here there's a back and forth. There's more connection being established. And I enjoy being able to answer questions or actually see you guys, because I don't get a chance to even read a lot of comments and whatnot on the YouTube either. So I can kind of get an idea of questions that you guys have and who you are, and see people from all different parts of the world. So it becomes a more fulfilling process for me as the content creator, the influencer, to be able to see that, and it becomes a little bit more fun. Someone asked about the links to the books. So the links to the books I'll have on the blog post at projectlifemastery.com. I'll just list the books there that you guys can check out if you guys want. And the person that just asked that, hey, you took one of my questions, I feel so special. So as you can tell, that's one of the benefits of going live. Why don't you launch your own app? I'd love to launch an app. There's a lot of things I'd love to do, but you can only do so many things at once. So you have to strategically do things. You don't just do things for the sake of doing it. I'd love to have an app, and I'd love to do a lot of things, but it's in life and business, you got to be strategic. You got to focus on what's the most important things that can make the biggest impact, that help the most people, will help grow my business, will help provide a certain lifestyle. So I make my decisions very strategically when I set my goals. They're always based on my vision, my values, things of that nature, and what is going to make the biggest impact and the most leverage. But that is definitely something that I'll consider doing down the road. Okay, here's from Joseph. Joseph says, hi, Stefan. I've been a dabbler for long. Now I'm thinking of going cold turkey for about 3 months. What are your thoughts? Great, Joseph. Well, what do you mean by going cold turkey? Cold turkey, just making a change in your life, or cold turkey, just fully immersing yourself in something? If that's the case, then I agree. I think that's one of the best ways to change your life, is you got to make a decision and you've got to go all in. You've got to immerse yourself in that. That's why, one of the reasons, by the way, I love traveling, or I love going to events, or I love going through training programs, because I can immerse myself. There's often two ways to learn something. One is through immersion. The other way is through spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is maybe, if you want to learn a language, if you want to learn Spanish, is it more effective to do a Spanish class once a week and learn it that way? You could do it that way, or you could just go to Spain. You can go to Mexico. You can immerse yourself in the culture, in the environment, and you're going to learn that much faster through immersion. So for me, that's my favorite way to learn and make the biggest changes in my life. I'll go travel somewhere to just change everything in my life, change my habits, my routines, my rituals, and it's like a fresh start, because often your existing environment can hold you back from changes you want to make in your life, because you have a lot of anchors. You have a lot of things that are associated to your couch or to certain things that you kind of sink in and they trigger you to go back through destructive behaviors. They kind of keep you lazy just by being in the environment can be an anchor for that. So I like to go cold turkey. I like to commit myself to doing a 30-day challenge, or I commit myself to working on something for a year or 3 months, and I just go all in on that. So that's one thing I think can really help you to help build the mastery mentality. And that's one of the reasons why the 100-day challenge really changed my life. When I did that when I was a lot younger, and I still do it every year, is that when you commit to something for 100 days, you do a 100-day challenge, a lot can change in your life in 100 days. It's amazing. But it really taught me how to master things in my life, how to really commit to things and follow through. Someone says, Windows or Mac? Mac all the way. You can probably tell I've got my iPhones here too. This is from Andrea. Hi, Stephen. So you misspelled my name. It's Stefan with an F. Hi, Stefan. I'd like to know how to create an audience that is suitable for my niche. Well, you've got to research your niche. So you got to determine, okay, what is the niche that you're in? Where is that market? Where are the people that are interested in that niche? You can do research by looking at the blogs. It might be on YouTube, it might be on social media, it might be on Instagram or Facebook, it might be a podcast, but you got to determine that. And one of the ways you can do that is just look to see who are the top people in the niche. Where are they? How are they marketing? How are they building their audience? And then you can learn a lot from them and what they're doing. And then you can also do that yourself. So maybe for you, if you want to reach those people and build an audience, maybe it's on YouTube. Maybe it's on a blog and search engines. Maybe it's on Instagram. Maybe it's on Pinterest, right? Maybe it's on LinkedIn. You've got to do the research of the niche and identify where is the audience and how can you reach them? How can you create content in that niche to be able to impact those people and build your audience? Okay, this is from Graybill Appraisal Services. Any thoughts or tips, words or advice on getting started doing a blog? How often to publish, weekly or monthly? Is outsourcing some of the writing okay? Any book sites to visit for guidance? Sure. So I've got a course called Affiliate Marketing Mastery that goes into how to set up a blog, my process, for blogging, creating content. That will help you immensely. Okay. Number one, I'll give you a few tips right now, though. So when you're first creating a blog, the main focus initially is to get traffic. Okay, you need to get people to come to your blog, and the way you're going to do that is you got to create content on the blog. You have to create a really good quality content that's there that people can find through the search engines. When people go there, they're going to be like, "Wow, this is a really great blog. It's got useful content," and they're going to want to stick around and they're going to want to come back to your blog again and again and again. A big mistake that a lot of bloggers make when they're first starting is they worry way too much about the design and the aesthetics of it and it looking good. And they spend so much time just tinkering with that and trying to find the right plugins and all the bells and whistles and whatnot of it. So what I would say to you when you're first starting, don't worry too much about the design. Okay, just have a simple WordPress theme. And by the way, you want to do it on WordPress. Okay, you do not want to use Squarespace or Wix or any of these other sort of things because those are closed source platforms. You're going to be limited in how you can customize it. You're going to be limited in a lot of things from it. You want to use WordPress. Okay, WordPress, there's a lot of themes, there's a lot of plugins, there's a lot you can do with it. It's going to benefit you long-term from a marketing perspective, as well as for a search engine optimization perspective as well. So don't worry too much about the design. Just set up a simple WordPress theme, just make it a white thing, have a little logo. Don't even worry about a logo. Just have some text, your title of it. Your main goal and focus is just put out a lot of high quality content. Okay, content is king. That's the most important thing. Keep putting it out. Don't worry about the design because nobody cares because no one's coming to your blog initially anyways. So put out the content and get traffic first. Once you get traffic, maybe once you're getting at least 10 visitors plus a day, then I would start working on the design and find ways that you can start to build an email list from the people that are coming to your website. So that's what you do initially. Now, how often you put out content is important. At least minimum, it has to be once a week. Don't even start a blog or anything or YouTube channel, none of that if you're not willing to do at least once a week. Once a week is the minimum. Ideally, like as much as you possibly can. Like for me, ideally, I'd like to put out 3 pieces of content a day, right? But I'm not quite there yet. But I would say once a week minimum. Better than that would be 3 times a week I'd aim for. And even better than that would be every day, okay? So the more content, the better. If you want to fast track it, just put out tons and tons of content. And you have to do it in a way where the content is still good. It has to be high quality. When people come and they check out your content, they got to be like, wow, this is awesome. I got to share this. I got to like this. I got to link to this. That is the kind of reaction that you want to get when you create your content. If people come to your content and like, oh, it sucked, or just leave right away, then you're not going to build subscribers, you're not going to build a list. So you ask whether you should outsource it. You can outsource it, but it has to still make sure that the quality is really good. Again, if you put out content and it's got crap quality, it's not going to do anything for you. You might get traffic, but traffic's not what's important. It's how long people stay on your website, how long they engage with your content. You know, my videos that I do, I like videos better than blog posts because people engage with videos a lot more. So, for example, on my videos, my average view duration, I just checked recently, is about 8 minutes. So people on average, I got videos like this that are over an hour long, but people spend up to 8 minutes on average. That's pretty good. You know, obviously a lot of you guys stay on for an hour for some of my videos are shorter, some of them are longer. But my blog, I think the average time on the blog is like 3 minutes, right? So video and more engaging content I find video and podcasting, multimedia content to be way more powerful than blog content, but you should still do a blog. And if anything, you could always transcribe your audio or your video and turn that into blog posts too. But you can outsource, but just make sure it doesn't compromise the quality. I recommend doing it yourself initially because I think writing is a good skill to have, and it will help you more than you know by creating the content. Someone says, thanks for all the advice that you give, Stefan. I really appreciate it, and it's truly helped me improve my life. By the way, my name is Stefan too. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, I'll answer a few more questions before I wrap up. Let me dive to Facebook here. Crystal says, do you have any travel hacks for recovering from travel? I didn't even fly, but I had some vertigo since we got back. Oftentimes when you get jet lagged, it can be a little bit challenging to get your schedule back, back on track. I often use melatonin in those circumstances to try to go to sleep, to kind of change my sleep times a little bit. But you just got to get back into a routine. I think that's the main thing I've learned is that when you travel, you get back, oftentimes things can be a little bit disoriented. I got back from Vegas. I actually still haven't even unpacked a lot of my suitcase there, but I think the sooner you can get back into your routine and not let that travel get you off course, the better. Okay, I'll do one more question. Let's see. I'll do 3 more actually. I think there's some good ones here. So someone says, what's the point of doing a 30-day challenge if you won't keep it up long term? Well, the whole purpose of doing the 30-day challenge is to create new habits for yourself long term, right? So they say it takes 21 days or 30 days to develop new habits. So the purpose of it is for that, to install a new habit in your life. But some habits maybe you don't want to do for the rest of your life. Sometimes you change habits up. I know I've had different habits in my life of reading every day, and then other times I've switched that up. Other times I've switched that up to watching videos every day or podcasts or maybe taking a break for some of those things too. So I don't think necessarily you have to do things forever for the rest of your life. I think Oftentimes, human beings, we need variety. Sometimes you do something for a while and then you change it just because we get bored of things, or we need to keep it exciting in different ways. And that's one of the challenges that people can have. For me, with a 30 morning ritual is something I always do, but I change up the rituals within my morning ritual. So I might change up my workout. I might, for example, a few months ago, I was doing cardio in the morning and then going to the gym. So first thing I do my cardio in the morning, and then after that I would do another workout, but I'd kind of have a bit of a break, do some things, and then have another workout. Right now I don't do that. I just do a weightlifting workout. So at different times I might change up the rituals. I might change up some of the habits. And I think that's okay. I've been doing rituals now for 13 years of my life, or 14 years of my life now. And, the more that I've gotten deeper into it and whatnot, I've actually learned. At first I thought, these are things I'm going to do forever. But at different times you want to install a new habit in your life and stick with that. And a lot of these habits, I've done a lot of 30-day challenges to do something. And a lot of them I still do, but maybe not every day. Maybe I just do them once in a while, which is okay too. Hey, Stefan, how can I join your affiliate marketing mastery? So go to affiliatemarketingmastery.com, put in your email there, and then we're going to open it up pretty soon and let people in. So we'll send you an email from that. Okay, here's one. This will be the last question, guys. From Kian, what advice would you give to someone that wants to start selling on Amazon but are currently in debt? Do we put off paying off debt 1 month to invest in a business that could make us more money? So, what I would say is you don't necessarily have to do Amazon. Like if your goal is to get out of debt and to start an online business, then maybe Amazon's not the right one for you if you're in debt, if you don't have the money to invest in it, if you're maybe looking for more immediate income. Why not instead do affiliate marketing? You could promote Amazon products without having to invest in them and take the risk and do all that. And you can earn a commission by everyone that you promote just by joining Amazon's affiliate program called Amazon Associates. Or you could promote other products like information products and earn a higher commission from that. So one of the reasons why I love affiliate marketing is because there's very little startup cost. You need a domain name, which is $10 a year, and you need hosting, which is $5 or $10 a month. That's primarily it initially. Facebook is free, YouTube is free, Instagram is free. These platforms are free that you can then create content on, which does require time. But you can make money just by having a blog, a YouTube channel. I've already demonstrated that doesn't require buying inventory or launching a new product or anything like that. You just create quality content and then you funnel that through your affiliate links and you make money that way. That's one of my favorite ways of making money because there's only so many products that I can personally create. And a lot of products I have no interest in creating whatsoever. I have no interest in creating a lot of products that I promote because the people are already experts at that. They've already invested the time, the money. I'd much rather just promote them and earn a commission through promoting it. So don't get attached to thinking that you got to do Amazon. Amazon might be something you might start a little bit later once you have more money to invest in it and start up with it, because it's a business model that is going to require. I love it. I think all these models making money are great, and I do them obviously, but they all have pros and cons. And with Amazon, it's got a lot of potential. It can make you a lot of money. For example, when I was at the Amazing Seller Summit, I did a bunch of interviews that we'll be releasing over the next few months. This one woman is a single mom. She's got 4 kids, and she's now making $500,000 a month on Amazon. Insane. Like, she was going through at the lowest point of her life. She was going through a divorce. She's got 4 kids. And I asked her, I was actually asking them, like, for all the moms out there, oftentimes it's a bit of a limitation for them. How did you do it? And I went into her psychology and her belief around that. So that's the potential, $500K in a month. I know people are making $1 million a month from Amazon. Another couple I interviewed from Romania, and I'll release this. This is an awesome interview. We'll release this in the coming months. But a couple from Romania, they didn't know any English, okay? And they found out about the Amazing Selling Machine through Robert Kiyosaki. They couldn't even understand the sales video. They could only understand a few words like China and Amazon, different words. And they had to use Google Translate, okay, to actually understand it. But they had no money. They were only off one salary, one of the man's salary. They invested in it. They borrowed money to invest in the program. And they went through the whole program by using Google Translate. They came to the event, the Amazing Seller Summit event. I think this was maybe 2 years ago. They started 3 years ago, but 2 years ago they went to the event. They could only have one person that could go. It's just really an inspirational story, but now they're doing $100,000 a month on Amazon. So the potential is big for it. But there's, the challenges with it is that it takes a while before you make money from it, because the money that you make and you sell, you have to use that to buy more inventory. So it's not a type of business where you can immediately take out the money and pay yourself and pay for your lifestyle or pay off your debt. It's one that, it's more a long-term business model that has huge potential, and you got to know that going into it. So if you're looking for more immediate way to make income, then it could be publishing on Amazon. You can publish books that have, you can outsource books and whatnot. I've got my course, Key Money Mastery, that can help you with that. So you can publish books, and it doesn't cost much to launch a book. It's a digital product. There's no inventory management or anything with it. You can do print-on-demand books with CreateSpace. It's an easier way that you can make more short-term money. It's not going to have the huge potential that a physical products business does, but man, it could pay your bills. It could get you out of debt. It can help you out a little bit, or do affiliate marketing. And either way, build a business in a niche that gives you the ability to do multiple income streams, because right now you could start with affiliate marketing in a certain niche, like maybe decide on fitness, and you start doing blogging and YouTube, you attract people, then you start doing affiliate marketing, and then you could launch a physical product when you're ready for that through Amazon. Then you could launch books through Kindle publishing. Now you've built a business that has multiple streams of income. It's not just an Amazon business, because you never want just an Amazon business anyways, because then that's a really that's not really a business, right? It's like that's Amazon's business that you have your listing on, but you don't own that. Amazon owns that, right? So you don't want a business that's totally dependent on Amazon. These are good ways to get started, but ultimately you got to build your own brand, and that's what I teach and that's what I focus on. So I wouldn't be attached just to Amazon, especially if you're in debt. I would look at affiliate marketing. I'd look at Kindle publishing. I've got a good video that I did in my online Business Mastery Accelerator program. The video is called, "If I Were to Start Over Tomorrow, What Would I Do?" Here's like the 10 things I would do to get to earning $1 million a year. And what I share, it's not Amazon FBA is the number one thing I would do. Because if I kind of, in the video I share that if I was starting over, if I was in debt, if I didn't have any money, this is what I would do. And I would primarily just start something like Kindle publishing or affiliate marketing as a way just to be able to make some money on the side and build that up so I can quit my job and live off that. And then I would get into maybe physical products or some other things too. But it really depends where you're starting from and what your vision is. But for me personally, that's what I would do. All right, well, that's it, guys. I want to thank you for joining in. Always a pleasure, always an honor to be able to share my goals with you. Hopefully you guys are a little bit inspired. Hopefully you guys are taking action on your goals and making progress in all areas of your life, not just business, not just health and fitness, not just relationships, but every part of your life, and you're living life mastery. I want to thank you guys for watching and joining in. I'll have a blog post at projectlifemastery.com that you guys can access that will list the goals, more details of that. Check in the YouTube description as well for a lot of the links and things that I've mentioned throughout this video. But thank you guys again. Always a pleasure. Take care, guys.